Good morning, my dear students. For today, I will talk about angles of elevation and depression. And this is lesson number 4 of chapter 8. Next video, inshallah, we will finish chapter 8 with you and we will start with a new chapter. The main objective of this lesson actually to solve problems involving angles of elevation and the angles of depression. Looking at the figure, I'm seeing Shomali and I'm seeing Hadi. Shomali, according to his position, he is looking at Hadi. Hadi, at his position, he is looking at Shomali. So Shomali, if he is looking downward, that means this is the angle of depression. And Hadi, he was looking upward, that means this angle of elevation. So depression and elevation. The first and the most important thing about this lesson, keep in your mind that angle of elevation equals the angle of depression by alternate interior angle. So please don't forget that. Second thing, 80% of problems think about tangent theta. Now, what I want to say about this actually part, that when we are talking about the angle of elevation and the angle of depression, I should think first about the tangent of an angle. Of course, you should remember that when we are talking about the angle of depression, I'm talking about a formula, which is always tangent theta. It equals the opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. Now, to make sure that we get the point of this lesson or to understand this lesson, I will talk about actually this example. See the figure. As you see, I have a balloon. Shomali and Hadi were looking at the balloon with 30 and 60 degree angles. Shomali looking at the balloon with 30 degree, and Hadi was looking at the balloon with 60 degree. This balloon, it has a height, altitude, it's 8 meters, for example. Now, what's wanted from this lesson? Find the distance between Shomali and Hadi. Hint, find x plus y. Okay. I think I told you, and I beg you to remember, we will use the tangent of an angle. 80% of the questions we will talk about tangent of an angle. So we still have 20%. This 20%, maybe sometimes I will use sine or cosine. Now, the height of the balloon is actually formed a right angle with the ground. The first procedure to solve this question, I will say tangent 30 equals 8 over x, which is the opposite over the adjacent. So tan 30, opposite over adjacent. And tangent 60, this part now, the opposite, it's 8 again, over adjacent y. Now tangent 30, 8 over x, and tangent 60, 8 over y. So I use tangent twice for both angles. Use the calculator, you will find that x equals 8 over tangent 30, and y 8 over tan 60. Then add 8 over tan 30 plus 8 over tan 60, and the answer is going to be 13.8 plus 4.6. The distance is 18.4 meters. That was a directed question actually about the angles of elevation and of depression.